Now, Manny has a lot of experience, at the highest level and competing at the highest level, and that makes this more. That makes this that much more interesting. But like I said before, there's no blueprint on how to beat Floyd Mayweather, and he can tell you that himself.
He's older than me. I'm still young, so and I'm always active with this sport. So what I have done and accomplished in boxing, I think it's one of a kind because to get a different weight division is not that easy. I'm just saying this to repeat, but you might forget that accomplishment. So to be the greatest boxer in the world is to know how to of course be compassionate and to show the people that you're really a fighter.
Well, I don't. Everybody, we all live our lives the way we want to live our lives. Everyone in this room have family, have friends. But when it comes to this, when it comes to boxing and competing and being the best, I'm not here to talk about what you did on the outside. I'm not here to talk about what nobody else did on the outside. I'm not here to talk about your personal life.
The long-anticipated rematch between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao is rapidly building serious momentum, years after their historic $600 million mega fight stunned the boxing world.
You know what's going on inside that square circle? I'm the best. No matter how you rate it, no matter how you cut it, no matter how you slice it, no matter if you go to 100 years back, 300 years back, all the way to now, there's only one best, and that's Floyd.
Pacquiao believes the timing is finally right for a second showdown. With Mayweather preparing to return from retirement and Pacquiao feeling physically strong, he says both fighters are ready to revisit unfinished business.
Why is now, 11 years after the first fight, why is now the right time for this rematch?
It just happened that I'm still active in boxing, and he come out from retirement, so and he decided to do it again. So this is it. Like I'm so excited for.
Netflix has reportedly confirmed the massive rematch for September 19, 2026, sending shockwaves through the boxing world as fans anticipate another record-breaking spectacle.
The fight.
Netflix has officially confirmed the blockbuster fight between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao for September 19, 2026. The announcement has electrified the boxing community, with fans already anticipating a record-breaking performance.
Their first meeting in 2015 was monumental, widely considered the biggest fight in boxing history. It shattered pay-per-view and revenue records as Mayweather defeated Pacquiao in Las Vegas, creating a global sports moment that reached far beyond boxing.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao will rematch coming up this year, September 19th in Las Vegas at the Sphere. 11 years after their first fight in May of 2015, that still holds the record for the biggest pay-per-view of all time in the world of boxing and the biggest gate ever for a boxing event. But the platform is not Showtime Boxing, not Paramount Plus, not DAZN. The platform will be Netflix.
Pacquiao says he learned valuable lessons from their first fight and believes that experience will make him stronger this time. He adds that both fighters are more mature and hopes to avoid past complications heading into the rematch.
Their first encounter in 2015 was monumental, widely regarded as the biggest fight in boxing history. It shattered pay-per-view and revenue records, drawing massive global attention as Floyd Mayweather defeated Manny Pacquiao in Las Vegas, creating a cultural sporting moment that extended far beyond the boxing world and into mainstream entertainment.
This fight,
Pacquiao has openly admitted he wasn't 100% in 2015 due to a shoulder injury suffered during training, which limited his ability to throw punches effectively.
comes 11 years after their first fight in 2015, which, like I mentioned, is still the biggest pay-per-view to date in the world of boxing. The most pay-per-view buys, followed by Mayweather versus McGregor, as well as the biggest gate. And honestly, that first fight, I was there in person. I lived it. I followed Manny around pretty much the whole entire camp. the buzz and the buildup for it has still been unmatched. Even that fight week, the buzz and the buildup is still unmatched. Like the amount of press members that went to cover that fight that week, like usually like they set up a press room, and that press room was freaking packed the first day we got there, which was on a Tuesday. Still, I've been to hundreds and hundreds of fights, the biggest fights, and I've been doing this for a long time now. That's still the amount of attention, the amount of buzz has yet to be matched. In case you needed to be reminded, Manny and Floyd fought back in May of 2015. What was literally, and this word gets used over and over again, fight of the century. All these other fights that have happened since this Mayweather-Pacquiao fight, and they try to label themselves fight of the century, it's all cap. It doesn't matter. This literally, Mayweather and Pacquiao, the first fight, was the fight of the century. I got photos, I got videos, I got texts from people in San Diego and other cities waiting outside of bars. They were outside in the streets, huddled together, trying to watch the fight, not even in the bars, in the establishments. So that tells you like how big that fight was back in 20.
Mayweather has already resumed serious training, working intensely in the gym and sharing footage as he prepares to end his long retirement.
In the Sphere, it's going to be a first-of-its-kind event. The last time you and Mayweather stepped into a ring, it was 2015, over a decade ago. Is there anything you can learn from that fight heading into September's bout?
Oh yeah, I learned a lot on that fight. Way back 2015, I think we become mature right now and how to handle it, and like, you know, I hope that it will not happen again, like the way it is last 2015. You know, it's the experience is like not really 100%, but I'm hoping for this time around no more excuses, especially to my condition and also for everything. Like I'm so excited and ready to the fight.
Pac-Man Pacquiao has openly admitted that he entered his 2015 bout with Floyd Mayweather not at 100% because of a right shoulder injury he suffered in training, which limited his ability to throw punches effectively.
Manny, you mentioned not being 100% the first time around. I think it was a shoulder, right? Was it a shoulder issue that you were fighting through? Popped up during training. To the fans who are excited about this, but a little bit worried about another injury coming up, because we're all 11 years older than we were back in 2015. To them and their concerns, you say what?
Well, both of us are disciplined fighters, so him and me, we taking care of our body, and then we always work out almost every day and playing basketball like that. So right now, I still can fight. Like I feel like I'm still young. I mean, nothing changed.
Former champion Timothy Bradley weighed in, suggesting that with Netflix backing the event, the fight is ultimately about entertainment value and financial impact more than pure competition.
I step back like I have my distance. That's why I step. See, I have my distance. Fighters don't know their distance. You gotta know your distance.
Instead of traditional pay-per-view, Netflix's global subscriber base creates enormous commercial potential through subscriptions, sponsorships, and worldwide exposure, positioning the fight as one of the biggest sporting nights of the year.
Yo, Tim that Storm Bradley, you already know the damn rest. Look, I just got notice that Manny Pacquiao Mayweather about to go back at it in September. So a lot of guys coming out of retirement getting that Netflix money. Netflix is willing to pay for content, man, especially if you're popular. You know, they did Jake Paul. Jake Paul opened his damn door. Gotta give it up for him. He opened his door. And Mike Tyson. They've done other events as well. You know, Katie Taylor and Serrano as well. However, I was thinking De La Hoya was next. De La Hoya, you coming out of retirement? Clap back Thursday. Bring your ass out of retirement, big dog.
Some critics believe Mayweather's return is driven more by financial incentives than competitive ambition, pointing to his history of lucrative exhibitions and high-profile lifestyle.
People say the biggest fight in boxing history, you know, if you don't adjust for inflation, et cetera, or tickets sold, et cetera. You know, Joe Louis and Max Schmeling, the rematch, Ali and Frazier, the first fight. These were the biggest fights in boxing history. But Mayweather and Pacquiao was easily the biggest fight of its era, of the generation. And it was the highest grossing fight of all time.
Sure.
Because it 4.4 million pay-per-view buys at $100 a pop. Do the math, right? It's interesting because Netflix is obviously in the business of, you said, eventizing.
Yes.
Everyone, they want enormous events that become shared experiences. In a way, in this day and age, partly because of delivery systems of content like Netflix, everything is so niche. You know, everything is so compartmentalized that there's very few shared experiences. It's one of the reasons that the NFL is such a big deal, because the NFL can get tens of millions of people to watch the same thing at the same.
Mayweather is also involved in legal disputes regarding financial matters, including claims against longtime advisor Al Heyman and former promotional partners, alleging significant financial losses.
No problem. Of course, his situation's unstable. I mean, this is about as predictable as anything I could imagine. Steve, how old is Floyd at this point?
47, and he has not had a real fight since 2015 when he beat Berto. Then he had the foray against Conor McGregor 2017, and he's done some exhibitions. And I don't know if you know this, Jason, but he actually made an official announcement with a press release. I'm unretiring, get this, after my exhibition with Mike Tyson in April.
I heard this, yeah.
So that's in the Congo, Rumble in the Jungle Part 2. But yeah, it's for the money. If you, just Google Floyd's name and the IRS. All the news is out there. He owes jewelers money. There's back paid rent for real estate in New York. It's clear that he is now part of the no money team, which is very ironic. And why?
Adding intrigue, Mayweather is reportedly involved in legal disputes tied to his financial affairs, including claims against longtime advisor Al Heyman and former promotional partners, alleging significant financial losses.
A couple of things, if you look at the article on Boxing Scene, something doesn't smell right about it. A couple of things that don't smell right is it's 10 years after the fact. There are an army of attorneys, lawyers, accountants making sure boxers get paid at Floyd's level. And the idea that Floyd could be in a position where he's starting to run out of money and is looking for a reason that this money isn't his anymore. Paulie, what the first thing that jumps out at you about this amount, about the timing, about everything about this lawsuit, what jumps to your mind first, Paulie, when you think about it, as a boxer on the inside?
What jumps to my mind first is probably the beginning is the 10 years later. Yeah, same. I'm very curious about, you know, I don't want to say the veracity, because obviously that's the strong word to use in this situation, because this may or may not have.
Several fighters have already predicted another Mayweather victory. Rolly Romero echoed a growing sentiment that Mayweather's defensive brilliance and ring IQ would likely neutralize Pacquiao again. Even crossover superstar Conor McGregor has publicly backed Mayweather to win the rematch, reinforcing the belief that Floyd's undefeated pedigree and tactical mastery still give him the edge.
A huge announcement that's come today, official now. Floyd Mayweather returns to the ring against Manny Pacquiao in the rematch. What did you think about that fight?
I don't think anyone was expecting that, was they? Seems like things can happen very quickly.
Was it correct that you were in talks with Manny Pacquiao at one point? How far did they get?
I mean, you didn't see Sean Gibbons and call me out like I don't know how many times, all that stuff, right? It just, you know, it's complicated.
Boxing icon Oscar de la Hoya has also shared his prediction, confidently favoring Mayweather. He highlighted Floyd's unmatched defense, ability to control distance, and extraordinary ring intelligence as key advantages.
One thing about Mayweather you have to understand is he's always taking care of himself. Like, you know, his body, physically, mentally, he's always been very sharp and always staying in the gym and doing something physically, right? That's the big advantage he has. I mean, he's an athlete. He's a world-class athlete. You know, watching Pacquiao's last fight, yeah, you kind of feel bad. You kind of feel bad for him, and you know, even though he did win and he did, I guess, pull off a surprise in his last fight with a draw against the world champion, but still, you tend to kind of like feel bad because it's not the same Pacquiao. You know, it's definitely not the same Pacquiao I faced. That's for sure. The one that you know, put me on my stool in the 9th round.
Manny Pacquiao's scheduled April 18 fight in Las Vegas is another example of Legend's timing appearances strategically. Analysts suggest financial planning and global streaming exposure play major roles, as iconic names attract casual audiences more than rankings do.
If they make it a real fight with the real rules, then yeah, it's an okay night for boxing.
Who would you back? Who do you think would win it? If it's a real fight, because that's what Pacquiao wants, it seems.
Yeah, I think Mayweather will. Mayweather.
However, many analysts argue there is little sporting necessity for a rematch. Mayweather won the first bout decisively via unanimous decision, clearly controlling the pace. Critics also point out that despite record-breaking numbers, the original fight lacked the dramatic exchanges fans hoped for.
There's reports saying that Floyd may do a professional fight.
What did you say?
There's word that potentially Floyd might come out and do a professional fight.
Oh yeah?
What's your thoughts on it, as a fan?
I mean, as a fan, I feel like I see what they're doing. They see like the influencers just turned it into like, I'm not gonna say a whole circus show, but I feel like they see if these people can come in here and make all this money, then why can't the legends of boxing do that? I feel like all the legends of boxing looking at it like that. And I don't have a problem with them coming back and fighting, but I mean, it's not as exciting as it once was, you know what I mean? I mean, Floyd Mayweather's Floyd Mayweather, but who is he gonna fight? I mean, unless he fights Pacquiao again, I would love to see that.
How do you think a Pacquiao-Floyd rematch would go?
I don't know, but I would love to see it. I mean, if Floyd Mayweather is still who he is, I think Floyd Mayweather will win. I don't know, we have to see. You know, they're both older guys. I think Floyd is 50. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to disrespect in any type of way, but he's a 50-year-old man. You know what I mean? Pacquiao is 48.
Veteran analyst Simon Jordan dismissed the idea that the rematch carries true competitive significance. He believes the event is business-driven, with platforms like Netflix prioritizing spectacle and subscriber growth over sporting relevance. In his view, the fight will generate conversation and viewership, but mainly for commercial reasons.
The cynical side of me goes, wait, what? Why? They fought the first time, okay? Like that chapter was closed. You got a definitive winner. It was Floyd. Floyd definitively won. The fight wasn't as competitive as we all thought it was. And that's that, right? Even though Manny did say after the fight that he suffered a shoulder injury prior to that, and that he couldn't really use his shoulder too much. But, you know, it's a strange time that we're in right now in boxing with some of these fights that we're getting. The reason why I'm a little mixed is, yeah, you know, that's the cynical side of me, but the other side of me is a little bit partial to Manny in terms of what I just listed right there with the shoulder injury. You know, he went into that fight with the biggest pay-per-view of all time, the biggest probably viewing audience of all time in terms of a fight, and that wasn't the best.
Pacquiao has addressed the buzz surrounding Mayweather's exhibition with Mike Tyson, acknowledging Tyson's legendary power. But when speaking about Floyd, Pacquiao sounded confident. He insists this is not about exhibitions, it's about legacy. Pacquiao says he's preparing for a real fight and aims to accomplish what no one else has done: hand Mayweather his first professional defeat.
Floyd's unbeaten record and the professional status of the bout add any intrigue to this at all?
No, not really. I don't think so.
I mean, Manny Pacquiao's had a fight recently, hasn't he, against Mario Barris, who's just lost his title to Ryan Garcia, deservedly so. And that was a draw in which most people saw Pacquiao at the end of his career, saw what was left of him, and were not too happy that he came back again. Floyd Mayweather has had a variety of different bouts. I mean, I hear that he's going to fight Mike Tyson. I don't understand what that thinking is. Or an exhibition. We've seen him fight and hold up Conor McGregor in an exhibition fight. It's Netflix building entertainment models around sports. Sport is entertainment. It crosses over. Netflix have got a proven model of success that ultimately they invest some money into these sort of things, whether it's Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson or Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. They'll look at their lifetime value of their average subscriber, not every subscriber, but their average subscriber, and then they multiply it by the amount of subscribers they think they're going to get as new ones, and they make a commercial.
Adding intrigue, Mayweather is reportedly involved in legal disputes tied to his financial affairs, including claims against longtime advisor Al Heyman and former promotional partners, alleging significant financial losses.
Who will win, Mike Tyson or Floyd Mayweather?
It depends. If Mike Tyson will train hard, then.
Do you think it will happen?
Just one punch.
We thought you were fighting Floyd. What happened with the Floyd fight? We thought you were fighting Floyd. What happened in the rematch? We thought you were having a rematch with Floyd.
Oh, just we'll see. Well, now.
And now the world waits, eyes two legends, two different eras, one historic showdown. Will Floyd Mayweather Jr. prove that precision and defense are untouchable, or will Mike Tyson remind us why he was once the most feared man on the planet? This isn't just a fight, it's legacy versus legacy. Only one walks away with the final word. Make sure you like, comment your prediction, and subscribe for more exclusive boxing updates. The countdown has begun. Fire.